What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we have Canelo Alvarez in the news today, possibly fighting either Jermall Charlo or Jaime Munguía. That's what the rumor is. And I wanted to go ahead and speak on this, man. Now make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, because I know it's gonna be a lot of hate coming from this video, because you guys hate when I tell the truth. But for the Canelo fans, I do want you guys to answer a question. I'm gonna get to that. All right. Now, first and foremost, man, Canelo Alvarez fighting Jermall Charlo. All right. Now, listen. 3 years ago, I was all for that fight, right? 3 years ago, I was all for that fight. Now, first and foremost, we all must say, boxing, we all know boxing is a what have you done for me lately sport. All right. 3 years ago, I never thought Jermall Charlo had the style to beat Canelo Alvarez. I mean, even when I wanted to see, or not necessarily wanted to see that fight, but even when that fight was relevant, or when Jermall Charlo was more relevant, I always thought, like, you know, that Jermall Charlo doesn't have the style to beat Canelo Alvarez. He just doesn't. But time has gone by. Jermall Charlo has been, you know, very inactive up until November of last year, of 2023, when he fought Jose Benavidez Jr. All right. Now, this is the question that I have for you Canelo fans, right? In 2021, or in 2021 and before, up to 2021, everybody was saying how, you know, all you guys were saying, Jermall Charlo hasn't fought anybody. He doesn't deserve a Canelo fight. What has he done to fight, to get a Canelo fight, right? What is Jermall Charlo? He's not, you know, he's not even fought anybody. He hasn't done anything since the middleweight, super middleweight division. I'm sorry, super welterweight division. What has he done? He hasn't deserved to fight, right? And at the time when people were saying, well, Canelo should fight Jermall Charlo instead of these other guys or whatnot, right? You guys were arguing with that. Now, the difference is, I'm gonna ask you guys, what has changed from that point to now? Because now all of a sudden, and it's these same Canelo guys that'll sit there and argue and say that, okay, yeah, we want to see Canelo fight Jermall now, and that's to you guys that's switching up, right? What has changed from then to now? Because since 2021, Jermall Charlo has been inactive up until November, when he fought Jose Benavidez Jr. Jose Benavidez Jr. is not a top tier guy. So what has changed? Because I can tell you on the behalf of the people that were saying that Charlo deserved to fight with Canelo back then, I can tell you what changed on that. Well, 2 years of inactivity and then coming back fighting Jose Benavidez in a 10-round fight. That's changed. Since 2021, Jermall Charlo has been hella inactive. And when he did come back, he fought somebody that's not even a top tier guy at middleweight, let alone super middleweight. Another thing, Jermall Charlo has never even fought at super middleweight. I mean, he fought, technically he has, when he fought Jose Benavidez Jr. at the catchweight of 164 or whatever. But Jermall Charlo has done nothing at super middleweight to deserve a fight with Canelo Alvarez, right? So now all of a sudden Jermall Charlo is looking very vulnerable. He doesn't really look, you know, he showed flashes of like what he can do, but he's not really as active, or as you know, he's not active as he used to be, and he's not, you know, really looking like a threat or anything like that. Why does he all of a sudden now deserve a fight with Canelo Alvarez, but back then didn't? Please explain that in the comment section. I would love to hear you guys, your explanation as to why Jermall Charlo deserves a fight with Canelo Alvarez now, but back then 95% of you guys were saying, oh, Jermall Charlo doesn't deserve a Canelo fight, but now you're for it. Like, get out of here, right? Jermall Charlo, I mean, I like Jermall Charlo, but the man really does. I don't even, first of all, I don't even know what he's doing. I don't even know if he knows his next move. We don't know if he's going to be fighting at super middleweight. He still has the belt by some crazy, bizarre miracle. He still has the WBC title. I mean, if somebody would have told me this 3 years ago that Jermall Charlo was going to go on this inactivity and still hold the title. I wouldn't have believed it, but damn it, Mauricio Suleiman. That's all I had to say. He still, by some miracle, has the title at 160. Even though he hasn't defend, or he hasn't even fought at 160 since June of 2021, Juneteenth, against Juan Montiel. All right, so I don't understand that. First, secondly, like, Jermall Charlo has not beaten anybody at 168. Any legit fighters. He's not beaten not one super middleweight. All right, not one top super middleweight. Not like he hasn't been in there with the Caleb Plants. Him and David Morrell trained together, so I doubt that fight happens. But the David Benavidez, even Demetrius Andrade, who's supposed to be moving back down to 160, he hasn't even been in there with him. You know what I'm saying? So while it doesn't make sense it just doesn't make sense. And it's like, bro, if y'all don't see the pattern, bro, it's just because you're not trying to, bro. Like, if Canelo fights Jermall Charlo next, bro, and I know what the guys are gonna do. You Canelo fanboys are gonna sit here and say, "Oh, well, this is the fight that people was asking for," as if we want, like, as if time has not changed. Ain't nobody been asking for Canelo to fight Jermall Charlo since 2023. 2022. Really since 2020. You guys weren't even asking for Jermall Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez. Like, now all of a sudden, oh, this is the fight that people been asking. No, I don't want to hear that BS. I don't want to hear that BS at all, because, bro, no, Jermall Charlo does not deserve a fight with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is the super middleweight undisputed champion. I want to see him fight another super middleweight. Okay, I don't want to see him fight a super welterweight. I don't want to see him fight a middleweight that's been inactive and hasn't even defended his title in 3 years. I don't want to see him fight a guy that nobody wants to see. I want to see him fight one of these top super middleweights. Canelo Alvarez is at the top of the list of super. He is the man at super middleweight. I hold him to the expectations of fighting like an undisputed champion, which means you have to fight the best. Jermall Charlo is not the best, one of the best at 168. We haven't even seen him against the other elite fighters at 168. So I don't want to hear that mess. All right. Jaime Munguía, okay? This man started off at 154. Or made his mark at 154, just like Canelo. Moved up to 160 and didn't get a belt. Like, I don't for the life of me, I don't understand why fighters do that. What's the point of moving up to a weight class just to not fight? And he had two opportunities to fight for a title at 160. One against Demetrius Andrade and the other against Janabek, bro. And he turned both of those opportunities down. So it's like, what was the point of you even fighting at 160? Was it just because you couldn't make 154? This man didn't even get a title. This man didn't even fight for a title at 160. Moves up to 168 to fight who did he fight? Gabe Rosado, I think it was at or was that at 160? I think that, I don't know, I can't remember. But Sergey Derevchenko, and now is fighting John Ryder, which, I don't mind that fight, but I just don't see how that fight automatically gets you a Canelo Alvarez fight when you have a guy that was in there with Demetrius Andrade, a guy that Canelo Alvarez didn't want to fight and has been calling out Canelo Alvarez since 2014. Knocked out Demetrius Andrade in 4 rounds, 6 rounds, something like that. One of those. He's been in there with Anthony Durrell. Okay, beat Anthony Durrell. He's been in there with Caleb Plant. Beat Caleb Plant, another Canelo former opponent. He's been in there with David Lemieux. Beat David Lemieux. All these guys are better than anybody that Jaime Munguía fought. Hell, better than anybody that Jermall Charlo's fought. You know, so while neither one of these fights makes sense, bottom line, listen, the fight that we want to see is Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. That is the fight to make. All right, I don't want to hear anything else. Canelo said he wasn't fighting Mexicans anyways, bro. All right, well, David Benavidez, he's claiming to be Ecuadorian. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?